Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about the health impacts on adolescents from excessive smartphone use. As young adults, we often ponder what it's like in our future. For many of us, this includes starting a family. When thinking back to childhood in the 1990s and early 2000s, it is full of memories like riding bikes around the block with our neighbors until dusk, or listening to our favorite songs on the CD player. Sadly, the way youths entertain themselves has shifted from physical interaction to virtual interaction with smartphones. According to National Public Radio, 53% of children under the age of 11 and 84% of teenagers already own smartphones. So, we as current and future parents must strictly limit the early teenage use of smartphones by utilizing parental apps and encouraging extracurricular activities. Unfortunately, smartphones are harming and hindering youth's physical, mental, and social development. One study published in the International Journal of Social Science and Humanity explored the physical consequences of excessive smartphone use in children. Decreased physical activity and increased screen time related to excessive smartphone use in children, which was linked to higher rates of visual impairments, auditory impairments, and obesity. In addition to physical development, mental development too is negatively affected in children and adolescents with excessive smartphone uses. A study published in Frontiers in Psychiatry lists the following related to excessive smartphone use: depression, anxiety, OCD, ADHD, and alcohol abuse. A lack of physical face-to-face human interaction combined with the instant stimuli provided by smartphones leads to an inability to regulate emotions properly, which can further progress into mental immaturity and aggressiveness. With an aversion to physical communication and the presence of virtual communication, social cues can easily be missed or unrecognizable. Psychologist Dr. Sherry Turkle spoke on what she refers to as how smartphones are killing conversations. Online communication hinders the development of social skills because social cues are learned through physical interaction and communication. Per Dr. Turkle, things like eye contact, body language, and tone of voice are overlooked and unaccounted for during communication via smartphone. Though parents have the option to find alternate means of communication for their children, cell phone companies and just the general society make it increasingly difficult to stay connected without a smartphone. So being able to contain and control how much stimuli modern society is feeding children and young teens is truly the key to managing life with technology all around us. So we must set limitations and boundaries on how often youths are allowed to utilize smartphones. One way to accomplish this is through the use of parental controls. According to Common Sense Media, parents are able to install apps such as TeenSafe to monitor texts, social networks, and other mobile functions. Through these apps, parents are able to set up and block periods of time to limit access to unnecessary smartphone features on their child's device. This way, it will be automatic setting to unplug your child. Being the older brother of two younger siblings in their early teenage years, I've seen my parents implement this system for both my brother and my sister's smartphone. It has drastically decreased the time they spend seemingly paralyzed by having the internet right at their fingertips. Many people make goals and plans all geared towards the future. I believe that we have all continued to be optimistic about what the future holds. The sad reality is that our nation has been built on so many incredible feats, it will not be able to maintain its position of being one of the world's most elite nations if our future generations continue to lack the ability to communicate face-to-face with people, or overcome social obstacles, and are even unable to take care and maintain a physical and mental good standing. This is why it is critical to continue to find and implement effective ways on how our children, who will eventually take over society, are able to use their smartphones as well as modern technology in healthy doses. In addition to parental controls, we can further limit the use of smartphones by initiating and encouraging extracurricular activity. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, regular physical activity can help children and adolescents improve their cardiorespiratory fitness, build strong bones and muscles, as well as reduce the symptoms of anxiety and depression. Aside from all the obvious physical benefits that an active lifestyle brings, oftentimes children and young teens will do these things through joining sports or joining organization of some sort. This will also exercise the ability of the child to communicate with its peers and will further sharpen their social skills that are dwindling in recent generations due to this tech boom. It is clear that age of smartphones is here to stay. It is even impractical to believe that one may just opt out of the generation because it will handicap you in so many levels. So, for our up-and-coming youngsters, it is important there are limitations put on future generations when it comes to their smartphone usage in order to preserve and improve the mental and physical health of the youth through parental restrictions and diverting their attention to more social extracurricular activities away from the couch. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.